Hey, I'm trying to get this pulled up to make sure that y'all can see me. But welcome in if you are just now coming in. Oh, it says I'm live. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure out how to check this. So at the moment, I see no one is here, so that may give me a second to figure out what I'm doing. um, it's always different looking at it from a phone. So oh, yep, we are live. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So, hello to anyone who is here, and thank you for joining me. It is a very rainy and dreary day here, and I've been meaning to come live to share this book haul with you for a very long time. So, I just climbed in the bed, grabbed all the books because my bookshelf is a nightmare of a mess right now. I have some that were a suggestion, and I have like all these sections. This is like what I've purchased at different places. And then I have Shopkick made me buy it books section here. So I'll give it a few seconds. Let me know who is watching. And then I'll go ahead and get started with that. So let me know what the weather is doing where you live right now. Like I said, it is super rainy, and I just wanted to come on here and finally share this book haul. So I'm going to go ahead and get started so there's not a huge lag if someone is watching the replay. But please, as you're coming in, make sure to jump in and let me know that you're watching, or feel free to talk all things books. So the very first stack of books, like I shared, were suggestions from someone else. And these are YA books, and they are a Mo and Dale mystery series. And this one is The Odds of Getting Even, Three Times Lucky, and then The Ghost of Tupelo Honey. So I'll give you a closer look of these. These were highly recommended. Let me get in the middle. There we go. These were highly recommended by Abby from the Disney Sisters. I have not read them yet, but I feel like this is going to be such a happy place for me. It's a lot of lighter reading. Here's what this one looks like too. My favorite, I believe, is the cover of The Ghosts of Tupelo Honey. I mean, Tupelo Landing. Tupelo Honey is a restaurant here in Charlotte, so I got that a little messed up. But anyway, this is going to be a fun one for me. So I'm going to read all three of these in September, October-ish, just to kind of do some light reading. I'm really excited about those. From what I understand, it is about a couple of friends solving mysteries. I know it's very vague, but I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to read these. So just a little quick blurb on the back here. When Miss Lana winds up the mortified owner of an old inn with the unidentified ghost in the fine print, Mo is itching to take the case. Plus, a historical ghost might make for some much needed extra credit in history. Who's haunting the old inn and why? Mo and Dale set out to solve their second big case, only to find the inn might or might not be the only thing in Tupelo Landing haunted by the past. So I'm not sure which one is first. I'm assuming this one might be first. I'm not sure. Abby, if you do see this, like, feel free to hop in and let me know. But yes, this one's first. The Three Times Lucky is first. Hey, girl. Tupelo Landing is second, and then The Odds of Getting Even is the third in that series. Now, I don't know if there are any more of these or not, but I know Abby would not steer me wrong. Hey, Mariah. Hey, Nina. I said, hey, girl, and Nina was the only one here first. So I'm like, hey, everybody. So yeah, if you guys are just jumping in, I'm sharing some books that I have purchased, and they've been taking up a lot of space. Yes, Abby is. Her enthusiasm about reading and books just truly trigger me to need to go buy books. So, like, so far this is all I've picked up from her. But anyway, so that's pretty exciting. I didn't want anything too heavy, like horror or anything crazy like that. So I feel like, middle grade mystery is pretty good where it's at. The next sort of recommendations is from Nicole and you, Nina, and this is Umberland and Everland, and I actually found these deeply discounted. I was so shocked. These were both at Ollie's for $1.99. $17.99 OG price on this one. Same thing for this. And I got them both for $4. So these are, okay. My brain just fell out. Okay. So this one, I believe, is the Tinkerbell one, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. And then this one is the Alice in Wonderland one. So I felt like these were really great. And then obviously when I read these, I would be passing these on. I'm not a huge fantasy reader. So for me, I felt like for $2, if I didn't love it, I could pass it along. Right, Mariah? You seriously, I don't know if you have an Ollie's in Raleigh, but girl, I'm just saying. Like, first of all, they're faith-based. Hey, girly. So you missed it. You absolutely missed it. I'm assuming this is Abby, but if it's Hope, hi too. I just shared that you were a big, I'm turning these around backwards. It's crazy when you see stuff the wrong way. I just shared that you were like an influence to buy these. So you think you do? Okay. They have a huge faith-based and devotional section. Oh my goodness. Can you send me a message over on Instagram? And we can talk about that, if that's okay with you. Thank you so much for reaching out. Yeah, just shoot me a message and we can chit chat about that. Thank you. Oh, well, hey girls. First of all, Hope, your video today, I honestly know how hard that was. You already know. So it was difficult. So thank you for being brave and shooting your message out there today. And yeah, that just, it warmed my heart. So thank you for being so brave. And I love you both. So anyway, I'll be reading some fun Mowendale series, but to Mariah, yes. Huge section of faith-based devotionals, notebooks, journals, all of that kind of stuff. Like that whole section just gets me so hyped. So I just thought I would tell you because, you know, journaling and writing and always looking for new inspiration, faith-based, like that is one of my go-to places to get that. So I know all the Hope love. Oh my gosh. I just want to hug her so bad right now. Yes, you do have to check that out, Mariah. That's pretty awesome. I feel like I want all of you like on the screen so we can just chat at the same time. So I feel like I've got squirrel going on. I'm talking here, talking there. So I apologize if I'm all over the place. Y'all know I'm a little wound tight anyway. But for those that jumped in, I did get Umberland and Everland for $1.99 each at Ollie's. That's what I was talking to Mariah about, to hit up their book section, especially like for the faith-based things. But I have found several, like the Disney Twisted Tales. I have found a few there. I have found a lot of stuff. I know. I don't know if you saw in the chat, but we're actually going to be having a book chat. I think the 21st, I start to say tales all this time. What is wrong with me? The pajama party chat is going to do another book chat because we did it last month, and it's not just about Disney books. Like it's anything and everything. Like if you're reading some really awesome things right now, business related, like we want to hear it. So if you want to join us for that, you can. Yeah, you know, all the books. It's okay. We can talk about everything. That's so funny. I know. I sent you that message that was going on. I'm like, maybe she'll come on and want to chat. So anyway, these were a great find. OG $18. I paid $1.99 each of those. See, that's exactly right. I know like Nina is doing her own business now. So both of you guys are just women empowered and doing your own thing. And like, I'm honestly so proud of both of you for how much that takes. And it's like, Mariah knows how quiet I am with her. Now I'm quiet with Nina because I'm like, I don't ever want to interfere with someone's business. I don't want it to occupy time and space and mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? For stuff like that. So I do get kind of quiet because I'm just so proud of you and I don't want to interfere with that. And I'm like, wow, it's been 2 weeks or it's been 2 months or 5 months since I've said something to somebody. Kind of rude that way, but it's just out of like strict and sure love for all of you guys. Okay, I'm moving on. So I was in the Dollar Tree because, you know, I love to check out my Dollar Tree books. I was literally in there right before we went to my mom's for Michaela's birthday. And they had this. This was a book originally at Target. And this is Sam and Ilsa's Last Hurrah. And it's the same author. It's like a duo author from Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. So this is a YA book as well. So basically, it's these like ritzy people who can have these blowout parties, and they're having like one last party before graduation. They're both allowed, or is it siblings? I think it's siblings. Yeah. So it's siblings, and they each get to invite 3 people to their party, and neither of them know who they're inviting. So I feel like it's going to be pretty cool. It's a very short book. I think it has 206 pages. 208. Well, and then that much on the 209. So it's going to be a really quick read. I think I want to read this week just because I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I don't have the OG price on this one. It was not inside the dust jacket, but for $1, I know this was not originally at the Dollar Tree. This was at Target, obviously. And there was something else I was going to say about this too. I don't even know now. Dang, I can't edit stuff out. Oh, you're saying oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I know, but you guys know I can ramble, so I don't ever want to get in the way of, holy moly, Heather's like taking up my entire day with just her ramblings. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. I feel like it would be at least anywhere from like $12.99 to $17-18.99. So I'm excited to check it out. I never watched Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, nor did I read it, but I'm excited to. One night, one apartment, 8 people, what could go wrong? So we're going to find out. But I'm excited about this one. Thought it was great to find at the Dollar Tree. I still know I was going to say something else too, but we're going to move on. This next book I have seen so many times at Target, Walmart, whatever. And this is by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren. Is it Miracle? Is that how you say it? It's in a weird font. I'm going to say that's what it is. Okay. I know. See, I can't edit out here. I thought this is a really good idea that Nina had, was to go live. You don't have to worry about editing. When you're done, you're done. But here we go. So this I actually found for $1 at Goodwill, and I wanted to read this. John Green was, I know it was Paper Towns. What was the other one that was really popular? I liked it. The Fault in Our Stars, I think. I liked it, but I hated the ending. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to leave this on the shelf. But this is Let It Snow, and I think it is 3 different books, if I'm not mistaken. I might be totally lying. Yeah, 3 holiday romances. So I felt like this was a good thing to grab for $1 at the Goodwill. So this was OG $10.99 in US dollars. So I thought that was really great. Something a little fun to read November, December. Mariah, I used to occupy, well, we both occupied each other's entire day when you had your office job. I still remember the doors creaking open. You're like, that was so much fun. But yeah, this was cool. I'm excited to read it. If I'm going through anything here and you guys have already read it, please give me your opinions or say, hey, you have to read this one now. And that was so funny. Okay, so the next one I have already read, and this was The Lake. This is a YA camp-based thriller. I was part of Camp Spooky, but I didn't really pick anything super spooky. I just picked, like, you know, some light thriller reads and stuff like that. I don't want to be so scared I can't go to sleep, or I can't get up to go to the bathroom by myself in the night, if you know what I'm saying. I don't need to be Michael Myers pulling back the curtains and scared to death, okay? So we're just going to read some light stuff. But anyway, this one was really good. This one was pretty similar to The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, which is a little bit more, like, it's adult, so it's a little bit more intense. But I felt like this was a million times better. I feel like with The Last Time I Lied, like, there was a whole lot of beating around the bush. Even though this was more immature content, like, I know as a 40-something-year-old person, I was not the target audience for this, so that's perfectly fine. I know a lot of people who read it who said the same thing. but I felt like this was really good. So basically, a couple of campers went through some stuff when they were there as campers, and then they came back as camp counselors. And so they're being a little bit taunted and terrorized and stuff like this. This was so good. So if any of you guys would like to read this, I would be happy to send it. It's just a light little fluffy, you know, not, I wouldn't say cozy mystery, but like a fluffy thriller. The conversations are kind of immature. Again, the target audience is YA, where, oh, you know, we're anticipating our first kiss and oh my gosh. And some of that stuff gets a little annoying. But if you take it with a grain of salt and for what it is, this was a really good read. This I think I got it for $8 at Walmart. So this was not like a earth-shattering great deal, but I did really like this. And I honestly think, well, I did like The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, but the language was a little too strong for me. But it was good. I just feel like this was a little bit lighter because of the language, if that makes sense, and possibly not so wordy. Let's go back to Ollie's. Y'all wanna? This was originally $25.99, and I got it for $3.99. Like, let me see. Can I get it close enough? Not fibbing. But this is Charlaine Harris. She was the author of the True Blood series, and she is also the author of the Aurora Teagarden mysteries. You guys have probably heard me talk way too much about her, but I found one months ago that was an Aurora Teagarden mystery, and I found another one. So I'm excited. This is All the Little Liars, and I watched all of the TV shows that were out. They feature Candace Cameron, was it Bure, however she says her name. Apologize. Not like she'll ever see this, but you know. So I don't know if I've read this title copy, but basically, if you are unfamiliar, she is a librarian and she solves mysteries in her little town. And it's very light. There's nothing heavy in it whatsoever. Never any gore or anything super, super heavy. So if you like that kind of thing, it's Hallmark. So, I mean, how bad can it be, really? But I was really surprised that Charlaine Harris was writing a fluffy book for... Yes, I actually have two. When I'm done, if you guys want them, let me know. Like I said, if any of these, if y'all want some, just let me know. And I'm happy to put them in a box and send them on their merry way. Yeah. So I'm excited to read both of these. This is a pretty thin one. I don't know how long this one is. It's a little bit, yeah, it's like 225, 226. Well, 229. So that's not that bad. I can blow through that one pretty easy too. So I'm excited because I love those. I'm obsessed with those. And if it's anything remotely close to Hallmark, you know, I'm going to buy it. Okay, this last section is pretty obnoxious. It's the Shopkick Made Me Buy It section and our final section. So it is, wow, there's some stuff in here that I probably would never read, as I said in my last haul as well. So, oh no, where did I get this one? Oh, shoot, let's back up. I found another Dollar Tree one. This is by Louise Jensen, and it is The Sister. I actually have her book called The Gift, and this one is... it is a psychological thriller, but I was trying to, I don't think it's YA. It might be. I'm not sure. Anyway, surprise, there's this one too. I have The Gift here too, but it's kind of holding up the, if y'all could see, I have a lawn chair on my bed to get it up high enough. Hey, Nicole. So yeah, and it's kind of being a little prompt because my weight was shifting everything. I would show you, but it's basically the same cover, same font and everything, and there's a green present in the middle with some blood on it. So I did something terrible. So I'm excited to read this one. And yeah, so okay, let's get back to the Shopkick Made Me Buy It because I know you guys don't want to spend your whole day with me, right? But like I said, some of these are books that I will probably not ever read, but I could potentially be sending them to Damon's mom. Her birthday is, oh, this is August already, so her birthday is this month. And exactly, I agree. So yeah, let's just start out with the ones I would probably read. This had such a good blurb on the back of it. So this is The Suicide House by, was it Charlie Donnelly? Is that how you say it? Let me get back this way. The sticker's covering it. But what's so great, and Nicole, you're here, so this is really funny. Well, I really wished you were here this morning when I ate the leftover Cracker Barrel for lunch, okay? So, but the setting is in Indiana, in a preparatory high school. So 2 students were killed in a grisly slaughter. The case has become the focus of a hit podcast, The Suicide House. So it's not an actual house, but that's the name of the podcast. So the case has become the focus of that. A teacher was convicted of the murders. Questions remain. The most urgent question is why so many students who survived that horrific night have returned to the boarding house to honestly commit suicide, which is terrible. Like, why do I pick up such weird things sometimes? Again, Shopkick made me buy it. This was over 1,000 points to purchase. So y'all, we're trying to get those Disney gift cards. You're so funny. Roy is working the podcast with Lane, recreating the night of the killings in order to find the elusive answers. But the more they learn, the more they are convinced that there is a sinister game inside Westmont Prep, and it hasn't ended. It thrives on secrecy and silence, and its players, there may be no way to win or to survive. Again, can't edit out my flubs. So anyway, yeah, this is Westmont Preparatory High School. I don't know if that is a thing that even exists, but anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm like, I can read that one myself when it's spooky season. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to share a couple here that I will probably send to Damon's mom. The very first one is by Diana Palmer, and it's Lone Wolf. And like, I'm happy buying gifts for other people. I believe this has multiple books in here, I believe. Yes. So there's 3 stories in here. Colorado Cowboy, The Wolf on Her Doorstep, and Rescue Cowboy Style. Cowboys aren't my jam. So I know this will definitely go to Damon's mom. This was $8.99, but at Target is 15% off. I got another 5% on my red card, and I think I got about 700 kicks for it. So gift for his, started saying gift for her mama. Gift for his mama, and I get kicks for it. Let me know if you guys like to read like Western or like Southwest book settings. It's not really my thing, honestly. I mean, I grew up on a farm. Where are my words? I grew up on a farm myself, but it's not my cattle ranching is not my jam. The next one I potentially would read. The next 2 are both by Jody Thomas. I think all of us here have a book addiction, right? We all need the intervention, but I don't think that we would ever stick by it. But yeah, both of these are by Jody Thomas. They were both like, this was 20 plus my 5%, and this is 15 plus my 5%. Breakfast at the Honey Creek Cafe. Does this not give you guys Hallmark vibes? It absolutely does for me. So I'm excited to read it. I mean, the main character is a mayor in Honey Creek. It just sounds so nice. She won't let a scandal rip her quirky hometown apart or jeopardize her dream of one day running for higher office, so she's willing to welcome undercover detective Colby McBride, hired to help solve the mystery behind her wannabe fiance's disappearance. So it's got all the making of a Hallmark movie right here. Shopkick. Yeah, I'm serious. Shopkick has caused some serious damage here. So I'll read this, but I will potentially send that on to her. Or if any of you guys would like it, that's perfectly fine. And then here's another one of these. This is also a Honey Creek novel, and it's Someday Picnic in the Someday Valley. These are really not my typical go-tos, but you know, sometimes you just want to curl up with something that's equally as fantastic as you would watch on the Hallmark Channel. So that is why I picked that up and was happy to receive the Shopkick points. This one is also very Hallmark-like, especially with the royal side of the Hallmark movies. I know that Abby really likes those. I believe that Hope does as well, but I am a sucker for all of those, like the Royal Christmas or Princess for Christmas. I love those. I'm a sucker for them. And I will sit there just like, this is so wonderful. But this is by Madeline Hunter, and it says Eris in red silk. Target has got to get better about putting their stickers on the front. This one I think was 1,000 kicks as well. So I know that I have been asked to do a Shopkick video, which I do have in the making. So that will be on the horizon. But this one is definitely the Duke of Hollingberg. I mean, are these places ever real that they talk about? I don't think so. In one life-changing windfall, Rosamund Jamison goes from struggling shopkeeper. Oh my God. Shopkeeper. What is wrong with me? Goes from shopkeeper to heiress, a co-owner of a new business. Not only will her sudden fortune allow her to move her, I can't read. Okay, her shop to London. And then we enter the Duke. So, I mean, it's Hallmark, okay? I have no regrets, you guys. I have no regrets. Yes, Mariah, I seriously have to talk to you about that. We're calling them the cavalcades. Everyone knows about what that is except for Michaela. And I'll just put it this way. The cavalcades are paid for strictly from Shopkick. $0 out of pocket. Aside from things I'm going to read or gift or groceries that I've bought, if that makes any sense. So y'all heard it here first. Shh. The next one is a Target Club pick. Hold on to your knickers. This was 1,900 points on Shopkick. And this is When the Apricots Bloom by Gina Wilkinson. I love the cover of this, and you know, it's textured as well. So I love it. It's like the cherry blossoms. I love this cover. So where is the blurb on this one? So this is based in I'm sorry for leaning. I lean when I read, so I'm just like getting all comfy with y'all. The Desert of Baghdad. And so what's great about this one, it says it's inspired by her own experiences. Glad y'all love me. Inspired by her own experiences in Iraq during Saddam Hussein's rule. Gina Wilkinson's, oh Lord have mercy, evocative, suspenseful. Are we done here? Quit down gag words when I'm trying to like read and talk and look at the same time. Anyway, it's told through the eyes of 3 different women confronting the limits of friendship and forgiveness and the strength of a mother's love. So one woman's trying to keep her children safe under the roof. There's betrayal at every turn. It just seems like a whole lot going on. So the fact that this is a true story in everyone's perspective of what was going on there, I'm really excited about this one. I feel like this probably got a lot of mileage being a Target book club pick. And in the back of this one, I think this is the one. Yeah, in the back of this one, it does have its own. So I assume this is printed for Target because that's not a sticker. But there's reading questions and group questions about this guide. Oh yeah, it's a reading group guide and discussion questions. So that's pretty intense. I like that they did this. And then there's a Q&A with the author in the back as well. I know it's hard to see with the light glare. But I thought this was really cool. A very interested read. So, oh, you're sucker. I can't even talk. Sucker for the Hallmark Royals. Let me get a drink. Hold on. I'm dying over here with craziness. So, have you guys read anything so far that I have mentioned? Curious. We've got 2 books left. Okay, Mariah, I'll do that. Um, the last two are very stunning covers as well. So I don't know if these are the best for last, but they are definitely beautiful covers. And this one is Wild Women and the Blues by Denny S. Bryce. Look at that cover. Isn't that gorgeous? So this ping pongs back and forth between 1925 and 2015 in Chicago during like jazz at its best, basically. So crossing paths with Louis Armstrong and like filmmakers. So this is really cool. I feel like I'm just not giving these things the credit that they deserve. But I really like that time period, the 20s and the 30s and stuff. So the fact that it's going to ping pong back between time periods is really good. I love historical fiction, so this is going to be a really fun one for me, I believe. But this cover is stunning. It's so beautiful. I wish, well, it does show up pretty good here, but isn't that gorgeous? I just love the look of like how women dressed back then. So pretty. And then the very last one here is The Orphan Collector by Ellen Marie Wiseman. I almost made it through. And she's author of What She Left Behind. So I thought this was a very precious, and I feel like this whole cover. Thank you. I will definitely go check that message in a little bit. I love Otis Redding. Stop it, Nicole. I absolutely do. I love blues and jazz. I know I'm very eclectic in the music that I enjoy, but I absolutely love like the jazz and things like that. It does help calm me, since we know I'm a little wound tight. But so this one is 1918. 13-year-old German immigrant Pia Lang longs to be far from Philadelphia's overcrowded streets and slums and far from the anti-German sentiment that has compelled her father to enlist in the U.S. Army, hoping to prove his loyalty. But an even more urgent threat has arrived. Spanish influenza spreading through the city. Soon, dead and dying are everywhere with no food at home. Pia must venture out into the street in search of supplies, leaving her infant twin brothers alone. So, their second character, Bernice Groves, she's been lost in grief since her baby died days ago. If doctors hadn't been so busy tending to the hordes of immigrants, perhaps they could have saved her son. When Bernice sees Pia leaving her tenant across the way, she is that buoyed? I think that's, I struggled with that the other day when we were talking about this. By a shocking life-altering decision that leads her on a sinister mission to transform the city's orphans and immigrant children into what she feels are true Americans. Like, out of her grief and bitter, like she's lost it a little bit. Like, but as Pia navigates the city's somber neighborhoods, she cannot know that her brothers won't be home when she returns, and it'll take a long journey to learn what happened. Even as Bernice plots to keep the truth hidden at any cost, only with persistence and the courage to face her own shame and fear will Pia put the pieces together and find strength to risk everything to see justice at last. And you guys know, I love a good getting justice story. So when I saw this, for also 1900 kicks, I had to get it. And what was really great about this was $16.99. It was on sale for $13.99. That was the sticker price at Target. And then I went online at Target. I don't know if you guys know this about them or not, but you go online and they will price match what their price is online. So I got this book for $8.99 because that was what they did online. So I just went and I said, hey, can I do a price match? And they obliged. So I got this for $8.99 and I basically got 2,000 kicks for that. So those are all of the books that I've purchased over the last several months. I am happy to hear what you guys are reading. Sorry, I thought that was thunder, but I think somebody's going down the stairs. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I'm happy to like talk about what you guys are reading, or if you guys just want to end it here, that's perfectly fine. But are there any here that you guys are interested in reading? I will make a note of that and then I could pop them in the mail when I'm done with them. So yeah, interested to see what you guys are reading. And do you guys prefer me to do my book hauls this way versus so far, Nicole, I've only read The Lake. This one. It's the YA fluffy thriller. I mean, it's not scary. Like the very ending was a little like, whoo, that just happened. It went out with a bang. I've got Russ, you are hilarious. I do have quite a few Hallmarky movie books. His romance section is over there. We can't tell. Can't tell about his romance section. Let me tell you what, though. He would shoot me, but I mean, he probably don't care. There are more times than not that he will turn on the Hallmark channel before I do. Yeah, I do have those, Nicole. But you have both of these, right? You've already got these? Because isn't there another one as well? So the other YA books that I have are the Moe and Dale series that Abby and Hope, or well, Abby has recommended. So I have these 3. These are the YA or middle grade. I think they're middle grade books. And then I think these 2 are the only other YA books that I have. The John Green one and this one as well. Everything else is kind of Hallmark-ish or not for Nicole's eyeballs. So, yeah, I am seriously excited to hear what you guys are reading. Mariah, are you reading anything new? You may not be here now. Ausland. Oh, man, that's the one I was trying to think of earlier because I was thinking, I know there's an extra one. In Search of Those Castaways. Oh, that's interesting. They are not for your eyeballs. I mean, I think that you would be okay reading this one because, like, it is Hallmark. I don't think it would bother you any. But it's too true life for you. It's not fantasy. Oh my goodness, what books did you buy? Abby, if you're here, you're causing us to break the bank all the time. No, I'm kidding. I actually did find those 3 that she recommended, the Moe and Dale series. I did find those on eBay. Pretty inexpensive. I think that I got all 3 of them for $8 or $9. So, yeah, that was not a bad deal anyway. But Nicole, if you want those when I'm done, or if anybody else wants to read them, that's fine too. I think Nina and I have discussed before, maybe in the book chat that we have, the Disney Booktubers, if like starting a book chain. So if we can post on there like what books that we were reading or what we're done reading, and if someone wants them, we can send it off to them, and if somebody else wanted to, then it was like their responsibility to send it to someone else. So I think that would be so much fun to do that. So I can definitely Lockwood and Co., Percy Jackson, and okay. I know Damon has the Lightning Thief one. I don't know in what order those go, honestly, but I know that he has watched the movie. Is there more than one movie? See, the fantasy stuff is not really my jam. I prefer like the true story, and I like true crime and things like that. Sorry, not sorry. You don't have to be sorry. Not at all, because like I'm pretty okay with reading anything except anything that's romantically inappropriate, and I don't like gore and horror and stuff like that. Nicole doesn't like to share her books. Well, fine. No, I mean, here's the thing. My bookshelf runneth over, okay? So much so that I had to put my faith-based books in another room for their own shelf. And now I had it like how I wanted it. It looks so good. And then it became a catch-all because every time I bought a new book, I'm like, just put this here. I knocked my sweet little Jessica Fletcher pop over. Edward's knocked over. So I really have to go through and like reorganize everything. And I feel like I only want to keep the books that are really, really good. Like that I really like. So I don't know if I'll keep 80% of these, honestly, or any of them. And one of the books that my anticipated read for right now was the Riley Sager Survive the Night. I have it on. Oh, you reread the same books. I do on occasion, but I don't typically reread the same books. The only thing I did that with was the Twilight series, which we've talked about before. Oh my goodness, that is a really great idea. That is such a great idea. That would be a wonderful um, topic point. That would be pretty amazing. I'll have to keep that in mind. Rereading all of the Walt Disney's book list or film. Whoops, that skipped. Walt Disney's library list. I think that's incredible. I love that. I would definitely love to hear your feedback on what your differences are. Are you going to be filming or have you started filming what you've taken from these books? And we need story time with Russ. So, like the things that you have discovered with those differences. I think that would be a really cool series for you if you haven't done it already. That's really sweet. I know one thing that I will be doing this year is reading the Chronicles of Narnia. And I'm waiting for Abby to hit the floor. No, I am going to go find a copy of that. If not, I will get them from the library because I love buying books, obviously, but I feel so overwhelmed and I have such there's some really wonderful goals that are set, and I don't want to sabotage my own goals, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to start utilizing the library a little bit more. If not, I will be keeping an eye out like at thrift bookstores and things like that we have here. But as far as like paying full prices for books, I just can't. And I was so wanting. No, I haven't. I know. All the ridicule and the shame. No, I haven't. And I do remember was it The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe? I assume because she goes through the wardrobe. Oh, we love you too. Okay, I will definitely do that. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for popping on. All right, bye. You're not reading Twilight. You know what, girl? I'm gonna hold you down. I'm gonna hold you down, make you read it. I'm just kidding. It really is so cheesy, but it's so good. We we came on Netflix just for the month as soon as Virgin River came out. And so we have it for a month and then I canceled it again. So it'll be gone in a couple of days. But as soon as Virgin River came out, I had to watch it. Ooh, that is so cool. Y'all see what Russ is saying? Like, that is so cool. But we saw like where they have the top 1 through 10 of the like what's trending and what's popular. There were so many of the Twilight movies, and just for kicks, that one day I was doing dishes and Dana was like, "Can you believe this? Look, Twilight's this and number 3 and number 7 and number 1." I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." I was like, it'd be fun to watch that. So he turned it on and we watched all 5 movies within a week. I'm like, what is wrong with us? Can't tell you how many times we've seen it. I think that I saw Twilight itself, probably 12 times in the theater, but we're not gonna talk about that. Skim right over that really quick. But I definitely do want to read the Narnia books first and then start over with the movies. When they came out, the movies did not hold my attention, again, because of that fantasy aspect, but I'm not opposed to it now. Like, the books that I have read in the Disney realm have been pretty good. And I can't compare some of that stuff, if you know what I mean. Like, I have such a big problem of comparing. If I've seen the movie first, I get really irritated. Same thing. If you read the book first, you get irritated at the movie. So I just have to like remove myself from that and just enjoy it for what it is. So that's what I'm going to do with the Narnia. So I'm going to do that. What do you think? Because it's kind of, are all of them wintry? Books are way better. Really? See, I hear that all the time. All right, that's it. I'm gonna start reserving them on the library thing. Wow. Okay. Well, it looks like it's voted now unanimously that I am going to be reading the books. Um, is it good to read them in the winter? Like, should I wait until the winter to start doing that? It's not like we get snow here to be, but I'm a mood reader, so I kind of like, they're not all winter. Okay. I kind of, because I am a mood reader, like I want to read summary books or kind of, I love camp stories, like summer camp stories. I think that was a big draw for me when I was obsessed with the Babysitters Club. They would do those thicker books for the summer, and some of them were summer camp, and I really, really enjoyed that. I have since I was a kid. So I think that's just a thing with me. I want to read Christmassy books or winter themed books in the winter. Spring and summer, I start getting into those summer books, and I don't know. Let me guys know. Let me guys know. It's not even English. Let me know, guys. Is that how you are too? Are you a seasonal mood reader, I guess? The Voyage of the Dawn. Treader is my favorite. It's on a ship. Oh, that's interesting. I bet Damon would like that too. Put it over there with his romance books. Just kidding. Yeah. He has got some Percy Jackson. See, that's what I was thinking. I remember y'all are gonna make fun of me so bad, but it's okay. I remember like the wardrobe thing, and then I remember they were in the snow and there was a lamp, and then there was this weird woman, like she was super white, and she had like this bluey color dress on, bluish. So I remember that being snowy. I don't remember much about anything else, or if I even watched anything else. So that would be a lot of fun to just kind of yeah, he's got like he likes James Patterson a little bit, so he's got some of those, and he's more into the fantasy stuff. If it's got a wolf or a pirate on the front, he's all about it. So it's perfectly like fine for him. So he really liked the Narnia stuff. He remembers watching it. Like we didn't watch them together. We weren't married at the time, but I remember him saying that he really liked them. So I will definitely read the books first. It ends with winter being over. Best read in the spring, coming out of winter and into the Easter. Really? Like that's where the series should be. I can't wait that long. I'm going to have book ADD. I always have like 3 or 4 books going at one time, and I need to stop it. I always put 2 with me in the car when I'm going to be riding very long, because if I finish this one, I can start this one. Or I'm the type of person too, like if this book starts to get to a little dull part and I don't want to just skim to see what's happening next, like I really want to read what I'm reading, I'll pick up the other one until it gets to one of those places. I have difficulties with the slow burn. Like I want it to be action packed or attention grabbing from first page and continue. I don't need a whole lot of extra writing, like descriptive writing for different things. I just want it to let's get the party going. That's how I want to be really with it. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Is there anything like seasonal readers? I know that we were all talking about Narnia, but I didn't know if anyone else was like a seasonal mood reader as well. I know that there's a Moody, I think it's a Moody book tag that is out there. The Nerdy Narrative did it, and I've been meaning to do it myself. Maybe that's something we could do for the pajama party, because I think that would be a lot of fun. I would enjoy that a lot. It just basically goes through like what people's reading preferences are as far as when you read a book, does it kind of like toy with your mood? So if this is about a crazy party, you're going to feel all excited that you're going to a party. Yes. Yeah, definitely based on the season. I did a big haul of books, Christmas books around Christmas time, and we were already well into Christmas when I did it. And so I was all jazzed to get all these books, but then I didn't read them. So I'm saving them for this Christmas season because I like to read that like Christmassy stuff around November going into. But if I'm midway in the month, I'm not going to pick something up because I watch a lot of movies around that time. I mean, if Hallmark would settle down with all the movies that they come up with every year, then, we wouldn't have an issue. But yeah, there's one that actually comes on at 3:00 today, I think. Maybe I got the wrong day wrong, but yeah, they're just, so you're a rereader because of moods, but definitely not seasonal. Okay, well, that makes sense too. I mean, there's no wrong answer, and like, no, I don't like, people don't have to agree with me. It's just, I love to see what other people's preferences are and what drives them to read. I mean, I know people who can sit and read 8 hours a day. They get up and they make their cup of coffee and have their breakfast, and they read from the time they get up like all day long. I mean, I would love to have that leisurely luxury, but I don't. I'm busy all day long. So, and people can read 2 books a day. And I'm like, whoo, man. I haven't been able to do that in a really long time. And I like a little bit of headspace between like starting a book. So if I finished a book today, I probably won't start one until tomorrow. Just because I need time to process sometimes. I don't know about y'all. What is your favorite Christmas books? For everyone who likes to read Christmas themed books, what has been your favorite one? I know last year I bought the Christmas Shoes trilogy. I bought those, but I don't know if I can bring myself to read that. Those movies are already so tear-inducing. Like, I need to be curled up on a bed sobbing after watching those movies. So I can't imagine how much more the books are. I don't think I have ever, let me see, I can't even see my Christmas books from here. I don't think that I've ever read any of the Christmas books that I actually have. I think all of those are new. But I did read, A Christmas Carol. Oh, thud. They're on my heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. I felt that comment. I felt it. I'm like, it was like, you see in these, like That's So Raven, where she gets that vision and everything goes by her really fast. Like, I saw all of the Christmas Carol flashes everywhere. Russ, you read to relax. Yeah. Yeah, I try not to push myself. I'm still laughing at my Raven moment over here. I'll have to look back. Did my face show? I was like, oh, I felt it. 13th Gift, Christmas Carol. Oh, man. I remember, didn't you read the autobiography of Santa Claus last year? I think I remember you talking about that, either via Marco Polo private message or on one of our chats or something. I feel like that you did talk about that. And I hear so many people love the American Girl books. I apparently should have brought coffee instead of water. But yeah, I hear so many people love those, and I really have not read them. I do know somebody who, oh, you read that one every year. See, I thought when we talked about it, it was new. My bad. I know somebody who is very near and dear to us who has an American Girl display in their home. It's pretty cool, actually. Mariah laughing at me. Okay, First of all, while we're on the subject of Raven, I know I'm shifting gears. I need a turn signal for all of this, but has anyone seen like the new Raven? I think it's called Raven's Home. I watched it last year because I had a lot of time to lay down and watch things. But I watched it. Sometimes it gave me anxiety because her and her friend are so hyper. It went with my hyperness as well, and I was just like, it was too much. But man, it was so good to watch Raven again. I really loved that. Don't give away your secret. Y'all are cracking me up today. Man, oh man. Wow. Well, I think that oh, that was the same one. Okay, so a couple of the comments on here have doubled, so it looks like I'm getting a new one. You stayed what started. Oh, okay. I don't know how far you are in it, but it's so good. It's so good. I don't think we finished it, but I really do like it a lot. Yeah. I'm interested to see your thoughts on it. I liked it. What else were we watching the other day? I'm like, oh my gosh, people would think I was crazy if I was watching this, and I can't remember. It might have been the whole Twilight thing. Because I know that there was this newfound love of Twilight from a lot of Disney YouTubers and stuff. So it was on Instagram in the stories every single day. Hey, Alicia. Yeah, I've been on here almost an hour chit-chatting about books. We've been talking about Twilight and Narnia and fantasy books. So the Disney sisters had me wanting to read some of the Moe and Dale series, so I got 3 of those books. Nicole and Nina ouch, that hurt. Nicole and Nina had me wanting to read these. So, and I found them for $2 a piece. Like, you missed out on a lot. A whole lot of books that Shopkick made me buy. But it was, yeah, a lot of books here today. And it was crazy because I kept putting it off. Oh, okay. Hopefully you get to relax a little bit today. I know your schedule's kind of hectic, but today's a good day to relax. I don't know if you guys are getting rain like we are, but I was trying to think who else is close. Murray, are you getting rain? We're getting a ton of rain, and we were having thunderstorms earlier, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this or not. Yeah, you guys have Ollie's, right? I'm not sure, but yeah, these were $17.99. Oh, wrong way. And they were $1.99. I know it's hard to see. It's a little grainy, but yeah, I got them $1.99 each. So yeah, but it was storming here, and I thought sure that wasn't going to be able to come on. So I waited it out a little bit to see. But yeah, I wondered. I think it's that tropical storm, right? Everybody on this whole side, I think, is getting rain. We thought sure that it was going to rain when we went to the beach this past weekend, but it didn't start until yesterday. I think it was yesterday. No, it started Sunday. The thundering and all of that stuff happened Sunday after we were already home. So we were able to do all the things that we wanted to do. Man. Well, the next time I go, I'll need to leave my wallet at home. No, I'm just kidding. I will, like I put myself on a book buying ban and then I ruin it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love a rainy day at Disney, but I remember going this one time and my mom, Lord have mercy, I made a joke and comment that I needed to put a retractable leash around her so we didn't lose her so much. It was pouring down raining, and I forget where we were. Well, she smokes, so she was down in the little thing by Big Thunder Mountain. So we got off of Big Thunder Mountain. She was not in the little smoker section there that used to be there. Could still be. And I'm like trying to find her, and I was like, go to Country Bears. Just go to Country Bears. If you're done here, go to Country Bears. So I walk all the way up. I can't find her. It's raining from the ground up. It was so bad. And I was wearing jeans because it was winter. And my pants were so wet, they were sliding down my body. And when someone has curves and your pants are so wet they're falling down, there's an issue there with the rain. So yeah, I don't like being there when it's storming and super, super rainy. Like the little rain showers that pop up, they're fine. But so the next time I do go to Ollie's, if I find anything I think anybody would like, I will shoot everyone a message. Relaxing time at the beach. Yes, we did. My husband is a ding dong and did not wear sunscreen, so he had blisters last night. And I'm like, don't make me be Gordon Ramsay and give you 2 slices of bread. Let me know if y'all know that one. That's funny. But yeah, we had a good time. Michaela had a great time. I enjoy being like out with her, not thinking about anything. And then let's see. We went out to a Pirates. You're cracking me up. We went to the Pirates table. So there was a 10,000 gallon tank there. And I did a vlog, but I'm working on editing that right now. But it was called the Pirates table. And it was 10,000 gallon tank with mermaids swimming in it. And it was a really cool atmosphere. I liked it a lot. I mean, I would go there again, but it was just crazy. He's fine. I mean, he looks like a lobster man. I'll have to send I took a video of it for him to see what it looked like because obviously you can't see your own back. But it was funny looking yesterday. When he came home from work, he took his shirt off before he went to go get in the shower. I'm like, what is wrong with your back? He was so red. Like, it was not even funny. I'm like, you're going to have to suck it up, boy. This is her birthday weekend. Yeah, he was 8 and refused to wear sunscreen, so can't really say anything about that. She did. She had a really wonderful reaction. She had a really good interaction with the mermaid. So there was a waterfall and then the gallon tank, and it was all themed obviously really well. And then there was that like netting, like fishing net kind of stuff up with some wood rails. So the mermaid, like, they have bars on the concrete kind of thing so they can pull themselves up. And she like touched Michaela through that and gave Michaela some under the sea necklaces and stuff. So it was really awesome. My only complaint with them, because we went on her actual birthday and we asked them to sing happy birthday. They don't do it until dinner. We were there we started eating at 4:00. We were around, like winding up because it was all you can eat buffet. So we were winding up around 5:00, 5:30. How is that not dinner? I don't know. So I was frustrated about that, but it is what it is. She had no complaints. She had a really good time. I thought I had a photo of her, maybe. No, that's not it. I had a photo of her looking at the mermaid that they took. But she did. She had a wonderful time on the beach. We had a great time. I took a book with me. I can't talk. I swear. This is probably the worst video ever. I can't talk. I took a book with me. Hey, girl. It's good to see you. With the idea that I'm going to read, and I did not read at all. I just really enjoyed the time with her. We had the beach accessible wheelchair, which was so nice. It was so incredibly nice. We really liked that a lot. And while we were eating lunch, I packed all of our stuff, made chicken salad sandwiches and all that jazz. I was like up there peeling a cucumber, making sandwiches, and Damon's like, oh my gosh, there are dolphins. So potentially 8 to 10 dolphins were swimming by as we were eating. So it was really nice. We haven't had a beach day in probably 5 to 6 years, maybe 7. I don't know. Like, we'll go down and we'll walk for a little bit or go on the pier or something, but actually set up shop for a good significant part of the day, we haven't done in a long time. And we had planned on staying a couple hours longer, but it was 101 and the heat index was 111 and it was not easy to breathe. So Mama tapped out. I'm like, nope, that's it. So it was great. And then we made a dinner at my mom's that evening with like some country cooking. My mom wanted to make her some ribs, which she likes. So we did it. It was a great weekend. So I can't complain. And even though Damon can complain a little bit, we ain't going to hear that. So if anyone else wants to add what they've been reading, that's perfectly fine. Or shoot me a message on Instagram if it's a book that, like, if I have a book that you want to read. Because, like, with this one I was talking about earlier, I don't know if this one and The Gift, I keep wanting to move it, but this one and The Gift, I don't know if they go hand in hand. I don't think it's a series. I just think this is the woman's style of writing. So, especially these, if you guys are interested in these, that's totally cool. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. It was much needed. Much needed. Sometimes you just need to escape your troubles. Not really escape them, but just take a breather, you know? It's been a while since we've been able to go anywhere, so it's been nice. It's really nice. We're already looking into renting one of the stilt houses. Maybe next summer. I don't know yet. I definitely don't want it to be this summery. So maybe late August or... Yeah, girl, I know you know. So it would be like probably early June. We just don't want to be there during the peak touristy time, if that makes any sense. There's some really beautiful rental homes on the island that you can rent out, which for the location and it basically being on private property, it's really good deals. Like, I can't complain about that, especially if you can get another family to go with you. These are like, some of them sleep 10 to 20 people. So for $1,800 for a week is not that bad. Damon and I want to get up early in the morning and have some coffee on the patio overlooking the ocean. Like, he's bugged me about that for like 3 years now. So I definitely at least want to get him an oceanfront room at some point, maybe as a gift for his birthday or something next year. Not the ideal time to go in February, but you know what I'm saying. He could still be gifted everything. Yes. We have been trying to do that so much more, which is why I said Michaela did get quite a bit for her birthday and everything, but it wasn't huge extravagant gifts because we want to do more experiences. We want to do more experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want to pack up one weekend and go to the zoo, or if we want to eat out after church every weekend without thinking, well, this bill, we'll have to pull from this. Like, we can't pull from a bill to go do something, you know? So we want to just do some things like that without being overly extravagant with other things. I wish you could join us too. And if we could find a way for that to happen, all you have to do is show up. You know, I give that open invitation, especially with the cavalcades. That is our code word. It was Nina. I don't think she's here anymore, but that was Nina. She might be just listening while she's working. But Nina had called a future vacation the cavalcades, so we're not spilling the beans to Michaela. So that is how we reference that instead of talking about it. Yeah, Alicia, let me just tell you what. This apartment is less than 1,100 square feet, and I'm thinking it's 1,075. If I'm being honest, I really think it is. It's so small. Like, we're blessed with a big bathroom for Michaela. But in 10 years ago, we didn't have this much stuff coming in here. You know? And we are just overran with stuff. Disney subscriptions, all of that stuff just adds and adds and adds. Swaps even add to so much of this, or exchanges, not swaps. I hate that word. But Disney exchanges in the YouTube community, they're so much fun, but sometimes they do add so much unnecessary stuff, if that makes any sense. So we were just really overran with everything. And it becomes too much at a point. I knew if you were here, Mariah, you'd be laughing at me. That still stands true today. I like to say the word exchanges. Renting a cabin in the woods. Uh-oh. I can do that too because I definitely want to come up to Tennessee. I can't feel my feet, guys. Oh, thanks, Russ, for coming by here. Ooh, send me a private message then because, yeah, just send me a message. Are you serious? Lord have mercy. We got to talk about that. Michaela would love you forever. I mean, she's going to anyway, but have a good day, Russ. Thanks for coming by. See, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Experiences and memories. They are because, I mean, I do buy stuff when I go places. I like to buy pins when we go to Disney or mugs or things like that because it kind of helps commemorate the whole trip. Or like I'm just using Disney as a for instance, but for anywhere, like I like getting shirts or sweatshirts and stuff like that. And I'm okay with having things dated also for an added memory. But there's nothing like going through and looking at your photos and knowing exactly you're in so much trouble, Alicia. My face never lies, so like you see it all right here, right? I don't even know what I'm saying now. It just got me so tickled. You don't have to apologize, but it's not necessary. You know that. Yeah, I get it. Oh, nothing like looking back at photos and seeing like what made us laugh or what happened before or after the photo was taken. So there's something about looking back at those things where these items, clothes are going to tear and wear out, you know, all of that stuff. Just mugs are going to break because I've done that before with my Mad Hatter one and I cried. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like those things are so much better. Alicia lived in the same home for 20 years and after moving multiple times, still trying to purge. I have tried to do that here so many times. And I have a massage table and I think it was a $300 one or something. And I tried to sell for $80 and nobody's wanting to buy it. I'm like, do you just want it for free? Do you just want it for free? That's so frustrating to me. And I'm almost at the point of giving it away now because I just want it out of my space. Zoo memberships, parks, seasons, concert shows, and things. Yes. With Michaela, it's a little bit difficult because she's not expectant of anything. So I don't want to speak for her, but she likes tangible things and she loves the sillies of like opening or pulling out tissue paper and stuff like that. So I still have to do it. So if I have to print out tickets, it's not as, you know what I'm trying to say? Like she still would be excited about it, but she would think we were going right then. So I have to be it's a slippery slope. I have to be very careful with that. Yeah. I'm definitely into that. So we took Michaela to the zoo instead of doing a whole lot for her Easter basket. We took her to the zoo. She hadn't been to the zoo since her second year of high school, when she went with a class. So we did the zoo not membership, but we took her there for that. Treasure games and books. Right. That's what I do like too. I have started doing more bags and pins. Yeah, I mean, I do have stuff and I'll probably always have stuff, but my desire to do these giant grand hauls and like seeing how much stuff I can buy, I'm not into that anymore. Like my priorities have definitely shifted over the past couple of years. And I mean, obviously, for one major reason, my priorities changed. But it's not that I don't enjoy that stuff. It's just it no longer takes up a front seat anymore. It's definitely on the back burner. I have started doing games for Michaela. I didn't buy her a game for her birthday this year. but I've typically been buying games for her birthday and Christmas because that is something that we can do as a family, laugh about it, have a good time. And then the same thing with books. That's just more quality time. And I had thought about doing something for Michaela. Um, I thought about it several years ago. There was this woman on. Okay, so my mom watches Young and the Restless, and I used to as well. But this one woman thought that she was dying, and I can't remember exactly what it was now. But she started recording herself reading books to her kid for the future. I'm like, how wonderful is that? That just like making those memories. And I thought that was really cool and really great idea. So I thought about that a lot over the last year. And, you know, I am going to be here till I'm 80, but it would still be really nice to have that and share for her. So if I'm at my mom's and Michaela is here, then Damon can just pop, you know, click on a video and I'm reading a book to her. I do it over Marco Polo and FaceTime and stuff like that, but still, that would be really cool to archive. And, oh, okay. Y'all are chit chatting. So I feel like that would be really cool to do. But anyway, I know that I have chewed y'all's ear off for a very long time, and I don't want to bombard everyone else's day. Do you guys think that you would do that same thing? Nicole, I know how reading is important to you and your family. Do you think, and not necessarily as a legacy, but would you guys in particularly create a video privately for your family, like to read to your future grandkids? Or see, that's what I'm saying. That is amazing. Wow. So yeah, I just thought that would be really cool. It's a legacy. And like I understand that my child will never have children, but I don't know. I just think it would be so wonderful because I wish that I had stuff of my dad. Like I have very limited things of my dad. Um I wish I had more. So that was the things I was thinking is like I want to leave everything. So when I'm 90, you know, I want to leave everything. Yeah, see? And it's not like an impending doom kind of feeling for me. It's just, I think it would be really special. Um, just, I have went to my mom's a couple of times without Michaela, and it was very, very hard. So, or like when I went through treatment, like if I had thought about this ahead of time, I could have done that then because there were days where I couldn't read to her, was too winded, too tired, or bedridden and couldn't get up. So how nice would that have been for him to be able to do that? And she could have just listened to me read her books. So I think that would be pretty awesome. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun to do. Offer assistance. Oh yeah. Yeah. That would be really cool if I could help you to do that too. That would be a lot of fun. I mean, can you imagine how much we could get done if we were all helping? That would be a lot of fun. Um, I would do it in a skinny minute. I don't really get much downtime myself, because I'm either doing stuff here or I'm old and can't sit on my feet. Um, or I'm at my mom's. So, and this time I did quite a bit at my mom's as well, but I don't feel like normally the recovery from that, because it just wears my body out, my recovery is getting less and less. So this time I wasn't tired. My feet didn't hurt at all. I'm like, yay, we're making some progress. Yeah. Yeah, Brad loves you guys so much. Like, I feel like that would be really great for him. But you know what? It's leaving a legacy for your grandkids and stuff too, to see the way back when. I think it'll be really great. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be really awesome. I would like to see those myself. Um, That just stole my heart a little bit. That was really sweet. I would love to see them. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was telling Nicole earlier, 'cause she was talking about how much she loved Coco and how emotional it is for her, and I was saying how emotional it was for me because at the end when the grandma is like remembering, like she's getting that trigger memory. Yes. Yes. Um, I would remember my dad going to visit him at the nursing home, and we'd be sitting there with him, and then all of a sudden he wouldn't. I mean, he would be there, but he would just kind of drift off, and then a few minutes later, I mean, he'd be looking at us, and then it would trigger the who we were, and he would like you could see the expression on his face, like he would get so animated. And so when I saw that, like he passed away in 2014, so when I saw that movie, it just ripped my heart out, and I sobbed like a baby, like audibly sobbing in the theater. So yeah, I wish I had more of my dad. We've got a couple of things, but he was always the man behind the camera. And I remember one of my favorite memories of him at Disney World. I was 8 and my nephew was 3. Yeah, he was 3 and I was 8. And so my dad had, this is going to talk about how old we are, right? My dad had me on one shoulder. Ooh, shoot, Damon. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Y'all, I almost said a bad word. He's going to be in so much trouble. Oh, so anyway, my window is right there, and he just like, I'm sorry for anybody who future like watches this in the future, but he was like this big. He should stop doing that. Oh my gosh, I'm glad y'all got to see that. I'm just glad, like, Holy Spirit kept my mouth reined in because I almost screamed. Anyway. But yeah, so my nephew was on one shoulder and I was on the other, and he had a little, was it 110? The little cameras where you have to, you know what I'm talking, you know that, don't you? Like, where you're holding it, take the picture, and then you got to wind it. So he had that all over his head. Girl. You're glad it was him and not a spider. I almost threw, for those that wasn't with us, it was you, me, and Nina, right? Just chit-chatting one day. I was sitting in the chair in the living room, and a spider went whoop, and like I just saw a glimpse of it. I was surprised they're not deaf now because I was screaming. Anyway, man. So yeah, my dad did that. So he was the man behind the camera and always taking the photos. And I remember when he passed away, my mom gave me his giant camcorder. I had the little handhelds and stuff too, but the big one, and we popped the little like mini cassette thing out of it. I was looking at it like, Dad, the last thing you filmed were your feet. It's like he was testing to see, like, I guess if the battery was working or whatever. And we just have the video of him coming down and back up. So it was a hoot. It was such a hoot. We do have some stuff of him, but like the voice, you miss the voice. And I could still like smell the way my dad's skin smelled. So yeah, like I pray more than anything that y'all can find those, because that would be amazing. So yeah, that was really hard. Oh, and also I think I told Nicole, I can't even talk. He's got me so rattled. I told Nicole earlier that was also the same trip, because of like when Coco came out. That was the same trip when our dog died in the back of the car at the Georgia Rest area, like the Georgia, whatever that is. He's got me so frazzled now. The Georgia Welcome Center. Like, she died at that in the backseat of the car. We were trying to get her help. And so like the Remember Me song was everywhere. So as I'm seeing it projected on the castle, I'm like, Coco, you have to stop doing this to me. Like, I was sobbing watching that was the first time we had also seen the I keep wanting to say Wishes. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So the projections. Remember Me was on there. I'm crying about the dog, crying about my dad. Then we're in Walmart shopping, the one right there near Disney. And right, is it Polynesian Isle? You know what I'm talking about? Hope you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, there's a super Walmart there. And Remember Me was playing there. And I'm crying in the store. People probably thought, you're this close to Disney. Why are you crying in the store? Happily Ever After. Thank you, Nicole. I'm so rattled. Calming down now. I can't believe he did that to me. He's done that to me before. But that was just a little bit rude. Maybe I should talk about his romance novels over here. I'm just kidding. He'll never watch this. But anyway, I will not keep you guys any longer unless you guys just want to hang out. Next time we just need to like all be on here. Oh yeah. You didn't know about that, Alicia? I thought that I had shared that before. It was rough. It was rough. Let me just tell you. And we were talking about that last night sitting on the couch, and I said, are we going to stop at that rest area? Because that was always one that we wanted to stop at on the way down. That was a good maybe 4 hours into our trip. Maybe. Well, it's 4 hours to Hilton Head, so it's probably about 4.5 hours. And he was like, no. I didn't even have the full sentence out. He's like, no. And I said, what really stinks is because that welcome center is so amazing. They have almost like wax statues in there. I think it was Tom Hanks sitting on the bench, like with a box of chocolates. And there's a trolley car in there. It was such an elaborate one. And Damon was trying to find a vet. We kept thinking she had to go to the bathroom. Really? Oh my gosh, I didn't know you did not know that. So yeah, she was going in. She had started, I guess, getting sundowners, which is Alzheimer's for dogs. So she was sundowning a little bit. So riding in the car gave her anxiety. Sorry for the people who've already heard the story, but she was starting to get anxiety. We noticed that the Thanksgiving of the year, and so fast forward to March, we had taken her to the doctor, vet, to get some anti-anxiety medicine because we knew that we were taking her. And we went and got her a new bed. So the bulldogs can sometimes have Frito feet. So we didn't want a Frito feet bed in our car. And so we went and bought a new bed and all of that jazz. So you know how elaborate and amazing that rest area is. Okay. So we talked to the vet. We think this is what's going on. We also thought she had Mega E. And but this medicine should keep her calm because she would just pant and pant and pant like she was losing her mind. And so when we left here, we stopped at breakfast and she was panting. We gave her the medication, I think about 10-15 minutes before we left, hoping it would kick in. It didn't kick in. She just progressively got worse. So we called the vet and they said we could give it to her again. And then she said, well, you can give her some Benadryl too. Maybe that'll help make her sleepy and she'll just rest. So the vet tech that we were talking to basically told us to give her too much medication. So it was slowing her heart down and all of the panting. She aspirated and went into cardiac arrest. And we watched her slowly suffer. And I mean suffer. With a panicked look on her face. Yeah, everything. It was very traumatic. And I had went in to go to the bathroom while Damon was trying to call the vet that was close by, or trying to find a vet that was close by. And I hurried up and came out of the bathroom because I had to go. And so we were trying to comfort her, and it was just not pretty. So we associate that rest area with trauma. It was hard. And Nicole, I know your sister goes through that loss. But, I was telling Nicole earlier, I was like, we've had dogs euthanized. I've had dogs since I was a child, 2-year-old. So I'm familiar with euthanasia. It's never easy. None of that is ever easy. But that is the worst traumatic thing I've ever experienced. So we just automatically, we associate it with that. And I'm like, it's a shame too, because I would really like Damon to see the inside of that wrist stop. So I'm wondering, Alicia, have you seen the one coming back like towards South Carolina? Have you seen that one? Is it the same? Because we could potentially stop there on the way home. And that would be like our final stop before we got home. So I don't know. Hey, Lena, how are you? We've been chatting about books and just about everything in between. Dogs. The fact that I've never seen or read, or I've never read, what's the word? Narnia. All kinds of chit-chatting going on. But it did start out with a book haul. So, yeah, just a recap for Lena. Hopefully I'm not obnoxious to everyone else. And I'm going to like say bye here in just a minute. But I was talking about some books that I found. Fantasy books for $1.99. Oh, you haven't read them either? Yeah, $2 books. Alicia's on it right there. So Umberland and I keep wanting to say Neverland, so I always have to look. Everland, $17.99 books for $1.99. I don't know if you have 8 Ollies where you live, but it's definitely worth checking out. So I got both of those for $1.99 each. And is there any other? Oh yeah, this one was a $26 book I got for $3.99. Charlene Harris, but it's the Aurora Teagarden Mysteries. So those I've gotten there. And then I just found this one at the Dollar Tree. It's a Target book. So this one, I feel like there was another one. Oh yeah. Oh well, this one wasn't at the Dollar Tree, but for $1, totally amazing. Bye. Wait a minute. Hold on. That moved. Oh no. I see that now. Donate them to the cruise library. Oh, that's really cool. That is really cool. That's funny that you're talking about the Dollar Tree. I always check out the Dollar Tree. I feel like there was another one that I did get. It might have been this one that I got at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, this one. This one is also the author of The Gift with the same layout for the cover, just with a turquoisey greenish blue box. Everything else came from the Target. I gotta stop saying that. It's annoying. We have the Friendly. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have the Friendly app too. It is my favorite. As a matter of fact, I missed a show that came on at 3:00, a movie that my alarm went off for a movie that I bookmarked to come on, the Hallmark one. We love Hannah Swanson. I mean, we watched, oh my gosh, we like that one and we like the crossword. Does anyone else watch the crossword one? I think that's what it's called. Is it Crossword Mysteries? With, man, my mind is blanking. I get so excited. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Now, Damon told me that the Friendly app has added more TV show channels. And I think one was Dove. It is crossword. Okay. I love those. And then there's one. So is it the Hannah Swanson one, the baking one? Or is that I'm getting them all confused. They did. Okay. All right. I was getting ready to text him. Dove. I'm excited for that. What's really crazy is Michaela was in a faith-based film, and it was a short film. It was 20 minutes long. Lacey, thank you. Thank you. So, I'm losing my mind over here. I'm so excited. Oh gosh, Nicole, thank you so much for being here. Give Bella a hug. Love y'all, and I know that I will be chatting with y'all. Okay, she is the baking one. There's another one too. And the most recent episode that we have seen is the guy was talking to her, and I'm blanking because, all of the names and all of this stuff kind of run together for me sometimes. She was talking to him on the phone, and She turns around and the car blows up. What is that one? I'm just really excited right now, and I'm all booked out here that I can't think of like my favorite stuff. But anyway, Michaela was in one of those films, and it was on Parables, and we wanted Dove to pick it up so badly, and they didn't. But Parables picked it up, and now Parables is no longer, like, they've shut down their channels, their streaming. They issued me an email a while back contacting me to let me know that, like, it was done. There was nothing else for them. And I really hate that, because I felt like that Parables channel would have been so perfect for what is it called? Friendly. I get on overload real easy, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see, did I miss anything? Oh shoot, I did something. Okay. I'm really excited. Really, really excited to check out those. It's a 90s Carmen scene. No, that is too cool. I used to watch that. That was a lot of fun. Yes, yes, yes. I was trying to think of the other one that I like watching. But you know what? It's good to know I'm in good company here. All of those shows are so good. I've been trying to talk Cinder Alley, Alicia. I've been trying to talk to her about getting the Friendly app, because she wants to get rid of her cable, but she also doesn't want to lose all of her yes, I agree. It is absolutely worth it. What was I saying? Another squirrel moment. Oh, she's wanting to cut the cable, but she didn't want to lose her, because she watches Golden Girls on there in the morning, and she didn't want to miss like Hallmark at all. And I said, do you know if you cut cable and you went with Friendly, you would have Hallmark's Movies and Mysteries? You would have an extra Hallmark channel that you don't get? Yes, we do that too. I was like, $8? I think it's only $5. But I remembered the little DVR feature. So worth it. Because you can also check out the on-demand, which I'm sure you know. The on-demand stuff. And it's so good. Girl, we're going to have to chit-chat. Now books are falling on me. But yeah. Lena, I don't know if you've read any like YA John Green, but I found this one at Goodwill for $1. Oh, it was the Let It Snow 3-book series. Yeah, I really like that. And I love the feature too, of going the last 48 or something like that, a 48-hour look back or whatever. Thank you. Yeah, I like yeah, I'm gonna steal that word, because that's exactly what happened. They just keep sliding. That picture that I took of the thumbnail for this live, I just kind of like tossed everything over here so I could climb on the bed. I'm like, that would be cute. So like they're all sliding this way. Yeah, I really like that. I do. And I'm really obsessed with the game show channel. My mom watches that a lot. So when we visit her, it's always on the game shows in the evening. And then she was with me for about almost 2 weeks, and so it was just like a habit of watching, and I'm like, okay, now I got sucked into watching these. And I like the I don't know if you guys watch them, but the America Says, which is kind of corny, but it's so good. And then I'm like, I'm officially my mother. Okay, Alicia, I love you too. Thank you so much for coming by. Hugs to everybody. Okay, love you. Feel free to call me if you need to. What is that? It's not catchphrase. What is that called? It's like where there's one word, bottom and top. I know you gotta know what I'm talking about. What is that? I can't even think of what that's called, but that's another good one. So I get sucked into the gaming channel as well. We watched The People Puzzler because we like Leah Remini. Huge, huge King of Queens fans. And we loved her from Saved by the Bell too. So that was really cool. My word, I can't even think of what that is even called. Yeah. I wanted to say it was catchphrase, and that's not right. As soon as we stop talking, it's gonna be right there. But yeah, we like watching that, and my mom is a huge fan of Steve Harvey, so she will watch those dang reruns. But like, Mom, you already know what's up there on the board. It's reruns. She don't care. She watches it anyway. So anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day here and get to making dinner. But like, obviously, if you want to go back and see everything that you missed, feel free to do that, because I don't want to be obnoxious and keep repeating what I've already shared. But yeah, I've enjoyed chatting with everyone here. I appreciate everyone. Even if I'm gone, feel free to come back and chat about like what books you're reading, genres of books, and we will be going live for the pajama party. Let me double check. I think it's the 21st of August, chatting about books. Yep, it'll be the 21st. We'll be doing a live book chat for the pajama party. So it'll be a continuation with that, and we're so excited to do that. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys next time. And yeah, thanks for putting up with my insanity. Bye, guys.